Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I know some of y'all really be wanting to rock the fill down eyebrow look on a daily basis, which is totally okay. I know a lot of people that do it, but I know sometimes you don't really want to look like that blocky, dramatic full face eyebrow. And I believe that my everyday eyebrow is natural enough for you to wear to work. So I want to give you a few tips on how I draw in my eyebrows on a daily basis. So if you're interested, keep watching, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the little bell next to it so that you can get notified when I post new videos. And keep watching. Alright, so my eyebrows are not as cleaned up as I'd like them to be. So I'm just going to brush them upward. They need to be done really bad. You can see that there are like hairs when I brush them up. I like to have my hairs trimmed down when they brush up, just because I feel like it looks better. So yeah, they're not done, but I'm going to go ahead and brush them up. And I'm going to start by drawing my line on the bottom of my brow. And I'm gonna kind of bring it out a little bit so that it's not like right at the edge of my actual brow. And what I mean is just like bring it a little further out than your brow actually goes. And I'm going to follow the natural line of my brow. Well, not really the natural line, but the the line that is currently there, because clearly this is not the natural line. Very carefully, short hair-like strokes, because I want them to look as natural as possible. Now, personally, I like my brows a lot thicker with a much less arch than I actually have. So I don't go as high as my eyebrows are actually arched. I kind of fill in a bit of the bottom. You never want your brow to go any further past the corner of your eye, right? So if you put your finger or a brush or anything right here on your eye, your brow should not be going any further than that. If you are, stop. Just stop. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look natural. Stop. So with this, I typically just go ahead and blend the product that I've already put there, and obviously the product that is currently on my brush, and I just blend upward with short strokes. And when I get to the edge, I will go ahead and sort of draw a line on the top part of the corner of my eyebrow and fill that in. Strokes that are going in the same direction as your hair is currently going. Then I take my brush and I comb down a bit, and I will not necessarily draw a line, but just fill in that with the little bit of product that I have left on my brush in the same direction as my natural hair is going. Or not my natural hair, but my brow hair is going. Just enough to fill in the brow. And then I'm gonna take my spoolie again and brush my hair going upward again and to the side. For the front of my brow, I'm not a big fan of the brow fade where it's sort of like, gradually gets darker. I'm more of a fan of a natural eyebrow, or a natural looking eyebrow. So I just take a little bit of product, or the rest of the product that's on my brush, and blend into the front part of my eyebrow. sort of creating what could look like hair. I know, that sounds weird. And I'm gonna take, I don't like unnatural looking eyebrows. Like, I believe that everybody's brows should look like what they were made to look like. So if you're filling in a brow, just fill in your natural brow. Now granted, I know that there are some people who may have certain disorders or whatever that don't allow them to grow eyebrow hair, or even people who just don't have really thick eyebrows. I get that. I get that. But if you have thick eyebrows, just work with what y'all got, you know? But to each his own. If you like the thick eyebrow look, I'm not knocking you for that. As for me and my house, we will have natural looking brows, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll talk about how we clean this look up. All right, another thing I want to talk about with you guys, this whole my eyebrows need to be touching in the middle, or practically touching in the middle, like this much space between them. Again, to each his own. But over here, we not doing no eyebrow tutorials that have your eyebrows touching. My mama has a unibrow. I'm so glad that I was blessed without one. I know a couple girls that rock unibrows like it ain't nobody's business, and they are fly. But I do not believe in drawing unibrows on. And stop drawing on almost unibrows. If you got this much space in between your eyebrows, we need to have a conversation. All right. So here we are. Now we are going to clean up our eyebrows. Now this part is not completely necessary, but what I will say is it just helps to give you a clean, like sharp line underneath. It almost makes you look like you just got your eyebrows waxed. So I think that it's important, but I definitely do not believe that it's necessary. You could just continue your makeup this way without cleaning up underneath, but I'm gonna show you how to make it look like you just got your eyebrows waxed. So I'm gonna go in with a lighter concealer than what I would normally use to like spot conceal. More like what you would use to highlight your eyebrow or highlight your face. So the same concealer that you would use for your under eyes, your Cupid's bow, chin, all the stuff that the places on your face that you would highlight is the same concealer. I'm actually not going to use that same concealer, but you can. I'm just going to use a lighter concealer than my actual skin tone. Something that is a little more, has a little bit more red in it. And the reason I do that is because I don't want it to be like super, like most of the time I'm wearing these eyebrows to work and I'm not wearing any eyeshadow or anything like that. I'm just putting on some mascara. And so I don't want it to look like, you know, my under eyes are highlighted, if that makes any sense. I mean, not my under eyes, my underbrow, the place underneath of my brow. I don't want it to look like it is highlighted. So again, I'm gonna take something that has a little bit more red in it. It's kind of hard for you to see because of the light, but a little more red in it. This is e.l.f.'s Complete Coverage Concealer Palette in the shade medium, and it has 4 different shades in it. I am not this color, so I never use that. It's way too dark for me. It's closer to my skin tone. This is the shade that I'm going to use right now, and the only reason why I dug into this one is because I did some makeup over the weekend. So yeah. All right, let's do this. Concealer brush. I start out far, and the reason I do that is just because I want it to like look as clean as possible, even up to the edge. So I start out a little further out on my eyebrow, and I just run that right across the line that we just drew, cleaning up any mistakes that you may have made. And what you're also doing by doing this step is concealing any of those little baby hairs that have grown in. I'm telling y'all, it's like magic. Now I've already done my foundation, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that into my foundation in the middle, and I might have to go over it when I actually finish my makeup. I just want to blend the rest of that concealer out. Look at the difference. Like, it's perfect. So now I'm going to do the other side. We have it. Now, what I can say about more natural looking eyebrows, I do not typically conceal the top of my eyebrows. I think I may have said that in one of my other tutorial videos, but I don't like to conceal the top because I feel like it looks just way too boxy, and I don't like when my eyebrows look that way. I like them to look very natural, look like I just recently got waxed or threaded. So that's why I only conceal underneath of my brow. I don't really get too much done to the top hairs of my brow, if that makes any sense. So I never really have a problem with trying to conceal hair, like flyaway hairs. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with doing that. I have done it before, and I do it sometimes because I want to have a more crisp brow when I'm doing certain looks. But for every day, I typically do not conceal above my eyebrow. Now, there are some times where the edge of my eyebrow, so the end of it is not as defined as I'd like it to be. So I sometimes will take my brush and just go down and sort of bring that to a point. Sometimes I have to do that on this brow because my brows are not twins. They are not identical twins, they are fraternal twins. So this eyebrow often comes out kind of nah. So I will just do that on the edge, but in most cases I don't necessarily conceal on top of my eyebrows. So that is the final look. As you can see, my eyebrows are pretty natural looking. They don't look too blocky, they don't look crazy. I do have some pretty dramatic eyeshadow on, which I don't know, I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about it right now. Not really sure how this look turned out, or if it turned out how I wanted it to look. So I don't know, it works. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook at thegirlw/big hair. Follow me on Instagram at thegirlwbighair, and make sure you click that subscribe button below. Thanks guys, see you later, bye.